Hello, I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Anne Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll visit the Master Gardeners and tell kids how to avoid the summer slide. And no, that's not a ride, Dave. But first, making headlines this week. Big news for the Chesapeake Bay. The Environmental Protection Agency has released a report showing that Maryland's efforts to clean up our waterways are going very well. The report used modeling and water samples to determine how the 6 states and the District of Columbia are doing. If you take a look at the graphic, Maryland and West Virginia appear to be making the most progress. The green bars basically indicate progress. The EPA is tracking pollution from agriculture, urban and suburban runoff, wastewater, and other sources. And as you know, Dave, Anne Arundel County has more than 500 miles of shoreline, more than any other county in the state of Maryland.
Yep.
So obviously we are doing a lot of the heavy lifting to clean up the bay. Now, one big part of that is upgrading our wastewater treatment plants. The other is our stream restoration projects. Now, so far we have spent more than $250 million on improving wastewater treatment and $60 million on stormwater. Congratulations to my peeps down at the Department of Public Works for their dedication to improving our water quality, especially the watershed and restoration program.
That's right.
Yes, hopefully we will see a lot more.
Eric Michelson, shout out.
What's up? Hopefully we'll see a lot more swimming this summer, Dave.
What do you think? You think we're going to have a lot more summer swimming?
I think so.
The county executive
I hope so.
was talking to people when he first took office about this, how a lot of our beaches were closed. I think almost all of them. And he kept going to these meetings and asking why are they closed, and no one could give him a good answer.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have, our beaches are going to be opening more and more, and the first one I believe was Fort Smallwood Park, and apparently we're getting a lot more traffic there already, traffic in terms of, people hanging out on the beach and swimming. So.
Right, and also with opening boat ramps and trying to make all of our waterways more travel friendly, it's only natural progression. We want more swimming in the water.
And perhaps you know something about this, but I'm seeing reports that we have more underwater grasses growing in the Severn River, and people are reporting that when they're out on the water, they can see deeper in the water. So
making a difference.
There's some anecdotal evidence that things are getting better, and I hope that's true. And you mentioned the wastewater plant improvements. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Talk about like one of the worst points, I think it's called point source pollution, comes from sewage discharges, right? Well, we've updated the technology on, I think, at least 5 sewage treatment plants in the county, including the big one up in Cox Creek. And that makes a huge difference.
It does.
So it's not just the watershed programs that have just gotten started for the most part.
Yeah.
It's also these big retrofitting of our treatment plants. So,
but also very big congrats. I think we talked about this earlier today to the Watershed Protection Restoration Program, because they were the recipients of a large grant from the Department of Natural Resources, which was apparently a very tricky grant to try and win and receive. So great job from those guys on those efforts.
I think another shout out.
Another shout out
for Rob Fish and for Eric Michelson
and the whole crew.
Shout out and everybody. We forgot a few.
Way to help our waterways.
We love everybody over there. Well, Historic Annapolis is making history by giving us more history. Got that, Kristin?
Seems like Inception.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Did I mention more history?
I think you said, yeah.
There's
but
more
it was
history.
Back in history when you said it. So.
Right. It was like, right. And I'm going to go in the future now and tell you more about it. Local buffs can now get a pretty sweet deal, as Historic Annapolis has been accepted as a member of the Smithsonian Affiliations program. This means 2 things. First, you can become a member of the Smithsonian with a $100 contribution to Historic Annapolis. So you belong to one, you belong to both.
Oh, that's great.
Second, Historic Annapolis now has access to, get this, more than 35 million artifacts held by the Smithsonian. So there are already plans in the works to borrow a microphone from the old WANN radio station from Annapolis, according to the Annapolis Capitol. And so, you know what they say, Kristin?
Membership has its privileges, Dave.
That's right. Now, where can I see some of these artifacts? Thank you for asking.
Where can I see them?
Historic Annapolis maintains a dozen properties, including the Bryce House, the Peka House, and Hogshead. Pretty cool. You can also find out more online by visiting annapolis.org.
Did you ever visit the Smithsonian as a kid?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Did you go on a lot of school trips there?
Yes.
Okay,
and
what was the most exciting thing for you at the Smithsonian?
I'm gonna have to go with certainly the Air and Space Museum.
Okay.
And the plane that was it Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier in?
Yes.
The little orange one.
Yep, the little orange. That's still there.
Oh yeah, it's still there. It's like one of the most popular attractions.
Yeah.
And now they have that big hangar out at Dulles Airport.
Yes.
I haven't been to that. Have you been to that?
I haven't been. But
And then there's natural history with the dinosaurs.
yes.
And then the coup de grace, what is it, American history, where they have all the pop culture stuff. They have Archie Bunker's chair.
Yes.
And Elvis's microphone.
But you
and
haven't
all
said
that.
my favorite yet.
Wait, I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
Is it at natural history?
I think it's natural history.
The Hope Diamond.
Yep, the Hope Diamond.
Oh, I called that. We did not prep that before,
No.
folks.
Those, when I was a
Diamonds
kid,
are a girl's best friend.
it's my mother. She rubbed off on me, I gotta tell you. And she would always come on the trips with us too. And I just remember standing there looking at the diamond with her. So that was really cool. And
So note to everyone, Mama Lagana and all the Lagana girls
we like
love diamonds.
And a little bit of a nerd alert here, but
Like what we're going to talk about, Ninja Turtles now?
I collected rocks as a kid. So I
Of
go to the
course you did.
Smithsonian, I get all the different kinds of quartz and get all like the tiger stone. I love collecting.
No,
all of them.
okay. I'll take some ownership as nerd
Did you?
alert. I mean, yeah, I was into the rocks. I think
Yeah.
that was one of the cooler
loved
things
it.
when I was a kid. Like we
Yeah.
enjoyed learning about that. All the igneous rock.
Be a geologist.
What's your favorite kind of rock?
Oh, rock and roll, man.
Come on.
I love quartz,
That is
rose quartz, rose
cheesy.
quartz. I know.
I like
Rose
the
quartz.
igneous. I like the igneous rock.
Yeah, and then I also had a tumbler,
How about the sedimentary rock?
a sedimentary
Like those?
rock. I mean, they're pretty good when they first came out, but now that they're a little older, I don't think
Yeah.
they rock quite as hard.
Good one.
But yeah, I had a rock tumbler too. Where
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went all in.
Oh, wow.
So
I had the model volcano that you got.
Oh, neat.
You got those at the gift shop at
Yep.
the Natural History Museum.
Yes.
And you put what is it? You put what's the powder?
yeah, and then
And
you
it
add some
foams
sodium. I don't know. We
hydrochloric
have to go back to
acid?
school. If a student out there knows what we're talking about,
Please
certainly
write in
write
and
in and
tell
let
us
us
what
know on the
that is.
Facebook page,
What is
which is
that
Arundel
substance?
TV, Arundel TV.
Yeah.
We love stories about food, Dave,
We love
obviously.
food.
And we also have a public service announcement about spelling.
Okay.
Now, there is only one S in desert and two S's in
Dessert.
dessert, one of our favorite topics. That's easy to remember because you always want more dessert, right? So
Right.
more S's, yeah.
Right.
And there will be no more food desert in Brooklyn Park. That's because Anne Arundel County Public Schools, Schlegel Farms, and the Health Department have teamed up to open the Brooklyn Park Farmers Market at Brooklyn Park Middle School. Food deserts are described as low-income neighborhoods with limited healthy food options. The Health Department says about 12% of county residents live in food deserts. Public schools are making a big effort to buy healthier food. It bought 338,000 pounds of local farm produce and fruit last year. We will have more on this story on next week's show, Dave.
Spoiler alert!
That was
Spoiler
hard
alert!
to remember dessert.
I know. I knew I was trying to
Gave
trip
me
you
a
up
tricky
there.
one.
but hopefully we taught something today.
Yeah.
That how you know when to do one S and when to do two
I think
S's.
it's helpful. Yeah.
Right? Did you know that mnemonic? Because you have lots of, all the mnemonic
I
devices.
didn't know that one, and now I won't forget it.
There we go.
Yeah,
You always want two desserts. You only want one dessert.
that's right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll talk to Sandy Owen from the Anne Arundel County Library System about the Summer Reading Club. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
Our family is no less than any other family.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have Miss Sandy Owen, who is the programming librarian for Anne Arundel County's public library system. Sandy, welcome to the show.
Oh, well, thank you.
And this is a nice T-shirt you have on. Tell us about it.
I just came back from a concert down at the summer reading program concert down at the Edgewater Branch Library, and it was fantastic.
Now, okay, tell us about this, because how often do you hear about a concert going down at the library? Shouldn't you be quiet at the library?
Well, well, actually, during summer reading program, we're really kind of noisy at the library.
So it's a summer reading party, really.
It is. Well, this was actually a kickoff program for summer reading, and this concert was held outside between the South County Senior Center and the Edgewater Branch Library. So we had a wonderful mix of senior citizens and little kids and parents.
Aww.
The music provided was Magpie, which is a folk group.
Oh, right.
And it was just kind of mellow. It was a wonderful day. And the best thing about all our concerts and everything we do at the library are they're free.
Oh, we like free. Right,
free is good.
Free is good.
Free is always better.
Free is very good. And tell us about this little guy on your shirt.
Well, this is Sneaks, and he's the library cat. And he comes to a lot of our programs and to a lot of our concerts. And
I've met Sneaks.
Have you met Sneaks?
We're on a first name basis.
I'm jealous.
Yep.
He is very known to give high fives to little kids.
Excellent.
Do you get high fives too?
Maybe.
If you're a good boy.
So, Sandy, how long have you been with the library system? How long have you been a librarian in total?
Oh, I've been a librarian for about 30 years.
30 years.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually...
So just getting started.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I guess. This is a return trip to Anne Arundel County Public Library. I worked here in the county many years ago in different capacities, and now I'm back as the programming librarian, and I work out of library headquarters, and one of my primary jobs is to coordinate the summer reading program for all of our 15 branches.
15 branches.
So tell us about the Summer Reading Club. What is that?
Well, the Summer Reading Club is designed to encourage everyone to read during the summer, no matter what your age, but especially to encourage children to keep reading or to be read to. Studies have shown that kids, if they don't read during the summer, they lose the skills that they learned in school. And it's very expensive when they come back to school to reteach them, and it's cumulative, so it costs the taxpayers money. So this is really important. This is called Summer Slide, and it isn't a ride at the playground or a...
Oh, darn.
Darn. I know, it sounds
really excited.
It sounds funny, but it's not a slide. But anyway, we try to do this in a fun way. Mm-hmm. We encourage reading. Kids keep track of their reading, and they win coupons for reading each week. Really neat coupons this year, and they also get a prize of a book at the end of the summer if they read for 5 weeks. So that's part of it. And then we have fun programs going on.
You have the concerts. So this won't be just the first concert, the one you had today at the Edgewater branch. You'll have other concerts coming up this summer too.
Yes, we have them in some of our library branches. We have different performers. This year we're really excited because we have the School of Rock from Annapolis and the School of Rock from Gambril's house band performing at Crofton Library and at our Broadneck Library.
Yeah, so we're big supporters of School of Rock here on this show.
Yes, close personal friends of Kristin Logano there.
Yes.
Well, it's a great thing, and it'll be a really community event. That's what we're hoping for.
Now, if you read music, is that technically reading?
You can read anything you want. You can read a newspaper. You don't have to even read.
There's no set list of books you have to read.
No, you can choose anything. We have a whole variety of suggested things, and this year we have a new way to register, which is you can register like you always did in the branch, or you can register online, or you can even register on your smartphone from home.
On your smartphone?
Excuse me, Kristin, I need to...
You have your smartphone?
I don't have my smartphone.
For once, you don't have your smartphone?
I have to download the app. I'll have to download the app.
Well, unlike Dave, most of you out there probably have your smartphone, so that makes it incredibly easy for folks to hop on and get involved.
And you can download the Anne Arundel County Public Library has an app which you can download.
You have an app?
So
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that, of course.
And how old do you have to be?
To have an app or to have
to be part of the program.
To be part of the program, we go from age 1 minute to 100 years old plus a minute.
Whoa!
I love it.
That is a wide range.
And it totally makes sense what you were saying, and just to make sure that folks out there get about the summer slide, not a ride. If you don't keep your mind sharp, if you're not honing in on those skills during the summer, you can go back. You can slide down a few with how far you are in your comprehension studies.
Exactly.
So this is really helpful to get, especially kids, but anyone out there, to stay sharp on your reading. And I love that you get prizes. So that's very exciting.
Well, our staff looks forward to this every year. I mean, I'm already planning for next year. I mean, as incredible as it sounds, but it's just a wonderful experience to get all these kids and their families and everybody in the library and have them enjoying. We have programs like a magician, just all different things.
Making reading fun, so the kids want to do it.
Yes, yes.
You're getting sleepy.
Yes.
You're liking reading.
I need to work on my fractions this summer, so I don't
Is that what you're
slide
doing?
in.
Oh, fractions.
I do too. You know, the good way to do that
What's that?
is to do some cooking, and you know, when you're measuring.
That's a great
you
idea.
don't want that.
That's so smart.
I don't know if you want this.
That's how I stay sharp on fractions. So I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, currently, the book that I read currently that's my favorite is called The Japanese Lover.
All right.
And it was written by Isabel Allende.
Is this a good beach book?
Yeah,
Sounds kind of risque.
No, it really isn't. It encompasses all ages, and it talks about people who were affected by World War II and just multi-generational. It's I don't know. I just found it very interesting.
Check that one out,
Japanese
Kristin.
Lover. And what's your favorite kids book or kids series?
Well, I'm pretty partial to Mo Willems' The Elephant and Piggy books.
Oh yes, I've heard about Elephant and Pig. Yes. All right.
And you know, there's Elephant and the rabbit, and he's with a bird, and don't let the pigeon drive the bus.
Do not let the pigeon drive the bus.
You cannot.
That could be bad.
And kids love those too. They're just cute.
Excellent. Well, we just want to remind folks out there that this summer, get out and read. You don't have to buy books. Use your local library as a great resource. You can visit Sandy and the other wonderful librarians that we have at all of our local libraries. And once again, Sandy, what's the website?
The website is aacpl.net.
Very good. Sandy, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation. You're resigning. Why? You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. Oh, I forgot. I'll do better. Please don't quit on me.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back. Now, if you're like me and trying to brush up on your gardening skills, why not ask the experts? Our own Michelle Corkadel talked with master gardeners and filed this report. Michelle?
Michelle!
Thank you, Dave and Kristin. I'm here on a beautiful sunny afternoon at the demonstration gardens at the Extension Office of Anne Arundel County, here on the ever-famous dairy farm. I'm joined today with Malcolm, our master gardener, who organizes and oversees all of the tending of the gardens of our demonstration gardens here at the county, along with Dave, who is our agricultural extension agent and works with all of our farmers, farms, 4-H, etc., along with the master gardeners in the county to make sure that we are growing and producing sustainably. And today we're here to talk about the demonstration gardens. Aren't these just drop dead gorgeous? Thank you, Malcolm, for sharing such joy. Can you share with us a little bit today about the gardens and how this connects back with our residents?
Well, there was a lot of hard-working master gardeners that put this all in, and the important part is as we were putting it in, we made sure the soil was in good condition, added a lot of compost, did soil tests, and the plants have really grown well. We're quite pleased with it. And the rainy, cool spring helped this year too.
So we have thriving and active composting station, a high-yield garden demonstration, along with these gorgeous native pollinators, native shrubs, and perennials. Is that not correct?
Yes, And we got it's divided into different sections with different master gardeners in charge of each section. And yeah, we've got an herb section and a pollinator section, a butterfly one around the corner. So we tried to really have a lot of different things so we could have a variety of plants.
So can residents come down and tour the garden or view it, visit it, and maybe get some good information that they can take home to their garden?
Yes, we encourage that. And Maryland Sunrise Farm does educational tours through here, and they use the garden for those as far as that's concerned. And if we happen to be here, then we'll explain things to them as they go along as far as that's concerned. But yeah, we welcome the general public.
So Dave, this building is a county building and is used for more than just master gardeners, isn't it?
Oh, that's right, Michelle. One thing that's wonderful about the backdrop is the 1911 milking barn that was converted into our extension office here as part of the Naval Academy dairy property that is now run by Sunrise Farms. And the one wonderful thing about this is, come down and visit the office. You can go inside. We have a lot of programs, not just master gardening, but also a 4-H youth program, a family consumer science program with nutrition, and also I teach agriculture. And so these gardens and much more than that in the county could be part of the vision, I think, a long-term vision in this county of making sure that agriculture and gardening and all that remains strong in the county is very viable, and it is very viably economically.
Great, and so this is also going to be the backdrop of the exchange of reign of Miss Anne Arundel and Miss Anne Arundel Jr. this coming Sunday, June the 12th, right here at the Pavilion. And we're looking forward to sharing that. Dave, you're coming down too, aren't you?
That's going to be a wonderful thing, the reign of our Miss Anne Arundel, and being able to select that person here during that picnic in the pavilion is going to be a great setting for that, and looking very much forward to that. I would also add that, extension comes from the University of Maryland, so really you're getting college-based scientific information to really garner success, and so we are part of the University of Maryland too.
And you can also check out Master Gardeners at one of their Ask a Master Gardening locations throughout the county on Saturdays at the Annapolis Farmers Market, at Severna Park, up here at the West County Library, in Crofton, among other locations. You can find out more information at www.hgic.com, and I understand that you can even send pictures of your problems, of your gardening problems, to the consumers. And why don't we just leave our residents today with one final gardening tip that can be shared by all for the residents this summer with their gardens?
Well, one of the most important things that is always emphasized is a soil test so you know where you're coming from. But we're real fans of composting as far as that's concerned, and that really enriches the soil, which then the plants take care of themselves.
That's correct. And in addition to this demonstration composting, you can check them out at 2 Saturdays out of the month at Quiet Waters Park, where they have 20 different ways of composting.
Michelle, don't forget, if plants could tell you that they needed water, they would move, but they can't. So you have to water them. So don't forget the water. That's a critical part of plant success.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sure. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Michelle. You haven't asked me about my orchid in a while, Dave. Speaking of people with green thumbs.
Yeah, let's rewind for everyone. Yeah. This was, I'm gonna say,
like 3 months ago.
It was like April or May,
March.
And you said that you went out to the store and you bought an orchid, and I
needed to spruce up my office a bit.
Right.
You just need a little feng shui to go your way. Oh, that rhymed. So you want to get a couple things, and usually it just makes it a happier place to have some green.
And me being me, of course, I said, no, Kristin.
I won't keep it
You're going to
alive.
kill this orchid.
Nah.
They're hard to take care of. You're going to kill it. So where are we now with the orchid?
The orchid's beautiful. It's still vibrant and yellow and has some new buds. And I also still have my 2 succulents, so thank you very much.
Oh.
Everybody's doing lovely. And I'll have you know that at the farmer's market this past weekend, I acquired some more herbs for my herb garden.
Are you close to becoming a master gardener, possibly?
Quite possibly. So this weekend I bought lavender and basil and parsley and mint.
Okay.
And that will go with my rosemary and my oregano.
And these are like on your windowsill?
Yes, because in the city I don't really have much in the way of a
the
yard.
city of Annapolis, you mean?
City of Annapolis. Right. But I do have a great windowsill that gets a lot of light. So
good.
I love to
Good
grow
for
my
you.
herbs right there. And that way I don't have to buy that stuff at the store when a recipe calls for it.
Right. It's always better to have fresh.
Self-sufficient.
And I love rosemary. Rosemary is good with everything.
Well, it's funny because Will came home and he was like, it smells really
You're
good in
supposed
here.
to say, well, you hardly even met rosemary.
Oh, well, you rosemary, you hardly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What was going on with the rosemary?
Well, my kitchen smells great.
Oh, yeah. It
Because
smells so good.
it has
And it's
so
good
many
in
nice
bread.
herbs,
It's
yeah.
good on chicken.
Yeah. Oh, we're back at food.
There we go.
Ooh.
Well, my big growing challenge this year is, number one, as we discussed, I'm like downsizing a little bit more every year so it gets manageable, so I get it in a perfect system where I don't have to like.
So this is your landscaping?
Yeah,
Okay.
for my house, and I planted some grass seed.
Did you?
A couple weeks ago, and
Woohoo, going crazy.
It's starting. I saw some little greenness
sprouts.
this morning. You know, we get these thunderstorms, and so everything's going according to plan.
Yeah.
So I'll have to give you an update to see if
Those
we
were
get a
some
nice,
crazy
perfect.
storms.
I know Howard County got it bad.
Yeah.
We got lucky because nothing really happened. You know, a couple things fell
Oh
over
no,
at my
I beg
house.
to differ. I mean, I was caught out in it, and I
Ooh.
rarely.
In the hail?
I'm stubborn.
Was there hail?
I didn't see any hail, but I am stubborn. I'm like, I can drive through anything, but I had to pull over for this one and wait it out. So.
Wow. Don't you drive a truck?
Yeah, I do.
Don't you know they
An
take away
SUV.
your truck license if you have to pull over because you can't handle the rain?
That's not true.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I pulled
You
over
might want to go
into
truck.
a parking lot.
You might want to go truck.
Like at a
You might
shopping
want to go check
center.
and see if your truck's still out there.
I did that and I played Cookie Jam for a little while. Just waited it out.
What's Cookie Jam?
It's like Candy Crush. It's
Cookie Jam.
awesome.
Cookie Jam,
Cookie
everybody.
Jam.
Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Cookie Jam.
But yeah, so we were talking earlier about the improvement in our waterways, and I think it's really exciting. You can definitely tell a difference. A lot of folks are reporting they can see down to the bottom of a lot of more of our bodies of water. That
Yep.
I know something big in the story that Chuck was telling us about are the cow-nosed rays.
Yes.
That are
Apparently
coming in.
they're spawning.
They're spawning.
Yes.
A lot more crabs. A lot more people seeing crabs.
Yes, and
so.
actually, my neighbors, shout out to Scott Fox.
Hey Scott, again.
The king of crabbers.
King of crabs.
Went out and got himself a bushel last weekend.
Yeah, I heard about a lot
and
of
they
people
were
getting
looking
crabs
good.
already.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Good.
We're all about
Fingers
crabs.
crossed.
Claws crossed.
Claws crossed. Those crabs, they're snappy. Yes. That wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or Google Plus by simply searching Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.